What's the ultimate golf fantasy? Augusta's azaleas, Pine Valley's exclusivity, or walking the old course where golf began? Every golfer dreams it mid-meeting or mid-slice. But here's the twist. Ranking them is easy. Getting on them is like winning the lottery with a platinum Amex. Let's dive into the video. Number 10, Pine Valley, New Jersey, USA. Pine Valley sits at number 1 on Golf Magazine's list, and frankly, it has lived there so long it might as well pay rent. The course is a brutal yet beautiful exam in sandy waste, penal design, and strategic brilliance. Every hole feels like it was designed to test your courage, patience, and possibly your sanity. But here's the kicker. You can't just book a tee time. Pine Valley is famously, almost comically, private. No published fees exist, no tourist packages, no click here to book. You need to be a member or be invited by one, and even then you'll probably spend the entire round looking over your shoulder to make sure they don't revoke the offer mid-putt. If someone offers you a slot at Pine Valley, you cancel your plans. All of them, even your own wedding. Number 9, Cypress Point, California, USA. If Pine Valley is the fortress, Cypress Point is the unicorn. Designed by Alistair Mackenzie, this is the course that regularly graces coffee table books, Instagram feeds, and the dreams of anyone who has ever touched a 7-iron. Holes cling to the cliffs of the Monterey Peninsula like barnacles, and the famous par 3 16th is practically a work of art. But again, beauty comes with a catch. Cypress Point is private, and unless you're friends with a member or stumble across a once-in-a-decade charity auction, you're not playing. No website will list a green fee because no public one exists. The cost isn't money, it's access. Think of it as a golf course that exists more in legend than reality unless you're very lucky or very well connected. Number 8, St. Andrews Old Course, Fife, Scotland. Now here's where the dream feels real. The Old Course at St. Andrews is the birthplace of golf, a quirky, historic, and endlessly fascinating layout where double greens, hidden bunkers, and shared fairways force you to aim at steeples, hotels, and sometimes other golfers. The best part? Unlike Pine Valley or Cypress, you can actually play it. St. Andrews operates a daily ballot system and advanced reservations. Yes, it's competitive, but the opportunity is open to the public. In 2025, the peak season green fee is £340, which might sting the wallet, but is still cheaper than most American football season tickets. Locals even get an occasional miracle. A special ballot has given Scottish residents tee times for just £42.50. So yes, while the golf gods made you pay, they didn't make it impossible. Number 7, Shinnecock Hills, New York, USA. When it comes to US Open pedigree, Shinnecock Hills sits near the top. The course is wide, windy, and punishingly fast. It's the kind of place where lag putting is less about skill and more about survival. Unfortunately, like many US elites, Shinnecock is private. Guests must be introduced and accompanied by a member, and the club doesn't publish guest rates. Translation: if you're dreaming of standing on its windswept fairways, you'd better have a friend in very high places. Otherwise, you'll be watching the US Open coverage from your couch, eating chips, and pretending the living room rug breaks toward the window. Number 6, National Golf Links of America, New York, USA. If you're a golf architecture nerd, National Golf Links of America is like walking through the Louvre, except every masterpiece tries to ruin your scorecard. C.B. McDonald created a living encyclopedia of template holes here. Redden, Alps, Eden, each one daring you to understand a century of strategic design. But again, the velvet rope is firmly in place. NGLA is private, invitations are rare, and green fees are secrets only whispered in hushed member-to-member tones. Unless you know someone on the inside, the closest you'll get is admiring it on Google Earth. Number 5, Royal County Down, Northern Ireland. Nestled under the Mourne Mountains, Royal County Down is so scenic that your phone battery will die before you reach the back nine. Heather-framed fairways, blind drives, and bunkers that look like they were dug by angry giants. It's golf drama at its peak. Here's the good news, you can play it. The course accepts visitors on set days, but brace yourself. Peak season fees hover around £425 for a single round, making it one of the most expensive tickets in the UK and Ireland. Still, considering Golf Digest crowned it the world's #1 in 2024, it's worth saving for. Just remember, a caddy here isn't optional, it's survival. Number 4, Royal Melbourne West, Victoria, Australia. Royal Melbourne's West course is Alistair Mackenzie's Australian masterwork, a sandbelt gem where firm fairways strategic angles, and bold greens make every shot a chess match. Unlike some other entries on this list, the club does open its doors slightly for overseas visitors. If you're a bona fide member of another club and can prove it, you may be able to book one of their limited international visitor slots, typically offered Monday through Wednesday afternoons. Rumors place the visitor fee around $850 Australian dollars, plus extras like caddies, but the real key is showing courtesy and flexibility. Australians may be famously laid back, but the West Course will demand every ounce of concentration you've got. Number 3. Oakmont, Pennsylvania, USA. If golf courses were people, Oakmont would be the strict headmaster who never once smiled but produced a generation of overachievers. Its greens are lightning fast, its bunkers, like the famous church pews, are brutal, and its U.S. Open pedigree is unmatched. But as with so many U.S. legends, Oakmont is strictly private. If you're not a member or the guest of one, you won't be testing those greens anytime soon. The club doesn't publish rates, and the stories about initiation costs vary wildly. The only thing that's clear, this is not a course you buy your way onto with a credit card. Number 2. Augusta National, Georgia, USA. Every April, Augusta National beams into living rooms around the world, and suddenly millions of people think they know the course because they've watched Amen Corner on TV 100 times in person. The slopes are steeper, the greens more terrifying, and the aura more powerful than any camera can capture. But let's not pretend. Augusta is private to the point of myth. There is no public green fee. Stories suggest that a guest of member round might only cost a few $100s, but that's irrelevant, because the true barrier is getting the invitation in the first place. You have a better chance of being knighted than of booking a tee time here. Number 1. Royal Dornoch, Scottish Highlands. Finally, we reach Royal Dornoch, perched in the far north of Scotland, a pilgrimage site for golf purists. And it's remote, yes, but the journey is rewarded with wild dunes, ancient rumples, and green sites, so good that architects still copy them today. Unlike most U.S. entries on this list, Dornoch welcomes visitors warmly. The 2025 summer rate is £320, with discounts for Scottish club members and cheaper twilight rounds. There's even a sister course, the Struy, where you can double up for value. Of all the top 10, Dornoch might be the most accessible, if you're willing to rent a car and drive into the Highlands with a bag of clubs rattling in the trunk. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this little trip around the globe with me, don't forget to smash that like and hit that subscribe button. See you on the next tee.